Bitcoin just moved up to 94,000, then pulled back. Now it's sitting there again. Not crashing, not breaking out, just moving. A lot of people have been opening their screens today and not really knowing what they're waiting for. You check the price, you refresh, you close the app, then you open it again. Not because you're scared, not because you're excited, but because it feels like you're supposed to understand what this means. Nothing looks broken, nothing looks urgent, and somehow, that makes it harder to walk away. This video isn't about where Bitcoin goes next. It's about this moment, when things move just enough to make doing nothing feel uncomfortable. When price moves like this, people don't read it as noise. They read it as information. If it can reach 94, then something must have changed. And that thought doesn't come with excitement. It comes with relief. Relief feels quiet, but it does something dangerous. It shortens patience. You stop asking, "What am I actually waiting for?" and start feeling, "I shouldn't still be waiting." Nothing has forced a decision yet. No one is being pushed. But the mind doesn't like open space, so it fills it with meaning. This is also when familiar frames start showing up. You hear about institutions again, about ETFs, about countries being more open. Japan comes up, large buyers come up, and the reaction isn't analysis, it's lighter than that. Okay, serious players are here. Someone else has thought this through. Borrowed certainty feels easier than sitting with your own uncertainty. You're not making a decision. You're aligning with one. And alignment feels safe because it removes responsibility from the moment. But the more certainty you borrow, the less you feel your own timing. You're still watching, still engaged, just not really listening to yourself anymore. When price moves quickly, speed starts to feel like evidence. If it moved like that, someone must have decided. But most movement doesn't come from decisions. It comes from positioning, from relief, from people adjusting, not committing. Still, speed creates pressure, because once something moves, standing still starts to feel like being left behind, even when nothing has actually been decided yet. Right now, a lot is available. Capital is present, frameworks exist, access is wider. Crypto sits closer to the system than before. But presence isn't pressure. Money can move without committing. Systems can include assets without believing in them. This is an environment where activity increases, without obligation, increasing with it. And that's where misreading quietly becomes expensive. This is how people end up busy, but not progressing, watching more, checking more, reacting faster, yet slowly falling behind their own timing. Not because they were wrong, but because they acted to escape discomfort, not because something demanded action. Energy gets spent early. Patience gets drained. And when real decisions finally arrive, people don't feel ready. They feel tired. Not every move is a signal. Not every calm is clarity. Sometimes the hardest part is sitting in a moment, where nothing is forcing you, and noticing how uncomfortable that feels. Most mistakes don't come from ignorance. They come from the need to resolve uncertainty too early. And that's the part worth paying attention to.